If you are an educator imparting virtual training, then you must watch this video till the end, where I am sharing 7 key points to deliver an effective and impactful virtual training. My name is Zubair Khan, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I would be releasing a series of videos on virtual training effectiveness. Given the explosion of webinars, MOOCs and other virtual classroom tools, online facilitators must understand virtual training is a different ballgame, and it must be delivered with full expertise and thorough understanding of the technological platform which you are using. Unfortunately, facilitators sometimes forget that an adult learning principle needs to be the backbone of their sessions. When they move online, just because learners are participating at a distance, they should still be involved in learning and with each other also. I recently attended a 60-minute webinar, and participants were finally asked to respond to a question at the end, last 2 minutes of the presentation. You guessed it, and the question was, are there any questions on anything that we have covered? This is a very bad practice in any learning environment. But when experienced online, your audience gets disconnected and your reputation is at stake. In recent months, I have been developing a webinar program that supports virtual trainers' capability. In preparation to this project, I attended as many webinars as was practicable with as various organizations to gain perspective about what worked and what didn't. As you can imagine, I discovered that there was quite a lot of room to improve. Most importantly, I realized that as an industry, we are in danger of damaging the virtual training brand unless we become more effective and engaging with our facilitation. So here we are, based on my experience, interaction, survey feedback by the facilitators, I have compiled 7 key points that virtual trainers can follow to improve the success when facilitating online learning. The first and foremost point is design content to engage in the training program. The engaging content, regardless of the delivery mode, however, it is particularly critical for virtual training. Less clearly is more when it comes to designing slides, and the right visual metaphor will always trump a page of text for engaging learners. Have a look at this slide. Which one is more appealing to your eyes and impactful? Yes, it's the right one. Consider how many participants will have access to the resources. You don't really want them clicking between the windows during the presentation. A snapshot of information is preferred to a detailed resource, which could be emailed after the session. Where bandwidth is an issue, the trainer should look for alternatives to the use of webcams and long video clips. Text chats, collaborative whiteboarding, and fun memes are also very good options. Reducing the resolution of images will also help in decreasing the lag time problems, and it reduces file size. Point number 2 is prepare pre-session activities. For learners who tune in early, there could be an exercise, polls and word puzzles, programs. This will help them prepare mentally for the content to follow and set the scene for later involvement and interaction. Additionally, the facilitator could lead some technical checks like sound, volume, clarity in order to gain perspective during the presentation. This sort of interaction helps learners stay online until the session actually starts, instead of staying away to check email and Facebook. For new users, link to short YouTube videos, how to use the platform, for example Zoom or Google Meet, whichever you're using, should be sent to learners in advance. Finally, those pre-session moments can be useful for the time for trainer to interact with the group by sharing some information about themselves and their teams. Next point is distraction. Distraction can be a spoil sport for anything, and virtual training is no exception. We ask learners to turn off email, phone, and limit their distractions. But sometimes we fail to follow those guidelines ourselves. As trainers, we have to honor our participants and ensure that we are fully focused on them it is too easy to sneak a peek at message and lose focus. Point number 4 is log in early. Logging in 15-20 minutes before the session starts will give you time to test your audio, reacquaint yourself with the platform tools. If you're using the presentation with more than one person who is in some other city, check that there is no unnecessary feedback coming from the microphone. This includes that maybe on a panel or remotely connecting. Next, very important, is use a hands-free headset. While adding a hands-free headset can add cost to your initial setup, it will help you give more authentic delivery. More importantly, it allows you to control other tools and features more easily. Further, a hands-free headset will improve the audio quality of the presentation, which will be of great benefit to all those who are attending live and all those who would watch your video post-training. Next, and very important, be it virtual training or a classroom training, involve the participants. Involve them early and often. When the training is not face-to-face, the trainer is competing for attention with everything else going around the participants and on their screen. As a ballpark rule, try to involve the participants every 4 minutes. You can use tools like show of hands, text chats, online breakout rooms, shared whiteboard, polls, quizzes, photo shares, stretch breaks, and so on and so forth. Make it interactive and involve them regularly. Last but not the least, set up post-training success. Even though virtual training has painted the broad strokes for the participants, the trainer still needs to promote reinforcement and support learning transfer. As a tip, send out a transcript of questions and answers post-training, as well as copies of any additional reading or resources that were discussed during the online discussion, providing a link of recording to enable participants to revisit their learning and then retain key concepts. So these were the points, 7 key points which can make virtual training engaging, impactful and effective. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel and share with your friends who wants to make their programs more engaging. Thank you very much.